Hey guys, a couple weeks ago I made a video where we showed how we set up everything for Facebook ads for a painting business. Went through all the setup and we were starting to get some results rolling in. This is going to be a part 2 to that video, so if you haven't seen that and you want to see more like the technical side, jump into that video. I'll leave a link below. In this video, it's the end of the month, so we're going to go over all the results and we're also going to talk a little bit more about the creatives. So the first video talks more about targeting and how we set up the ads, and then the second one's going to be more creative and results, and we're going to calculate how much money Facebook ads can actually bring your painting business. So I'm going to jump into my computer here and show you the results. Alrighty guys, so we are in the Facebook ads manager. This is for the painting company. Today is April 27th. Wow, is it really the 27th already? Wow. Okay, so it is April 27th, so the month is about to end, and these are our full results for the month. This is our campaign that we ran. Overall, we got 46 leads. We have shown our advertisements to about 26,000 people, and about 11,500. I'm sorry, our advertisements have been shown 26,000 times, but to 11,500 people. So people have been seeing our advertisements multiple times. That's good. Our average cost per result is, it's actually a little high right now at $15 per. We're using forms, so the people will see the ad, they will tell us that they want a quote, they'll fill out the form with a couple pieces of information, and then we will then reach out and then book the actual quote. We are offering free estimates. I would probably recommend you offer free estimates. It's really easy to get people to, sign up for that and get you to come out and quote the job. Overall, we spent about $700, and I definitely, our budget for this was $1,000, so I did keep this one under budget. We tested a little bit of a couple different ad sets focusing on different areas in different specific cities. We noticed that some of the specific cities where we were getting less results and they were a little bit more expensive. However, when we ended up focusing just on a small radius, when you shrink your audience down to like maybe less than a million, less than 500,000, it starts to get expensive to reach them. So I did end up just combining those two together to try and keep our costs a little low. So the ad set we're running right now is this one, and for about $13 a lead. And I'm going to show you the individual creatives. I posted 8 individual creatives for this contractor, focusing on like a little bit of a different service each time. So, and the ones that really popped off were the videos, interior basement painting, and exterior painting. This painter, he uses like a spray gun for a lot of his painting. I will show you. It's a pretty simple ad. Here's how we wrote the copy. Metro Detroit homeowners, to kind of like, that's the area that it's in. Give your home's exterior a modern, clean look. Painting your exterior cleans up the entire property, increases your home's value. I like that one a lot because it, gets people to look at it from like a financial perspective, and gives a fresh, modern look. Book now. There's the call to action to get your 100% free estimate. So, I mean, it's free. So they click the little book now thing, and then the form pops up. It asks them a couple questions. I'm pretty sure I went over the form in the last video. But this is what the creative looks like. That's it. It's nothing super fancy, but I think that this type of creative works pretty well because it's like it's sort of like satisfying. Like it's fun to watch somebody paint over this uh ruined wall and make it look nice and fresh in a couple seconds. It's cool to watch. It's fun to watch, and it like sort of grabs people's attention, and it's like a satisfying watch, if you will. This is one that's been doing pretty well. And an average exterior paint job. So, like, if one of those, let's see, how many people filled out the form for the exterior painting? 10 people filled out. Actually, that's not 100% true because we're just on this ad set. But on just this ad set, 10 people filled out the form. So 10 people wanted estimates for the home. The average exterior home paint job is probably around 2 to 3 grand, maybe a little more, depending on the size of the property. And this one, I'll show you this creative as well, but it's painting like a basement ceiling. You know how like maybe if you have, an unfinished basement or you don't have that drop ceiling, you have like exposed everything. That's pretty much all it is. It's just Showing somebody paint over that, make it look nice and clean. And again, it's kind of like it's pretty satisfying to watch. We'll go over the copy here. Very similar. Metro Detroit homeowners, give your basement ceiling a modern, clean look. Painting your basement ceiling cleans up the space, complements any basement remodel, and gives a fresh, modern look. Again, we have a little call to action here. Book now to get your 100% free estimate. Very similar to the other one. You know, this works well on like the reels and the stories and stuff. This one right here is by far the top performing advertisement for my client. The average, actually, the minimum job is like $1,300. So out of the 30 or so people that filled out the form for this, every single job that goes through is $1,300 in his pocket. You'll notice that this advertisement is running a lot cheaper per result. However, that's kind of something that you have to think about when you're running your advertisements. Just because something is cheaper per result doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. Yes, we are getting more people to fill out this form, and we're getting more leads for this specific ad. However, this is a lot cheaper of a service than exterior home painting. Exterior home painting is at least going to probably be double the price of interior basement ceiling painting, probably more. So like it's probably worth it to pay $6 more per lead, considering the price of the job is over double. So I'm going to do some calculations here. So far this month, we have gotten 46 leads. The average conversion rate for just any contractor, for the most part, is about 35% per lead. So 46 leads so far times 0.35 gives us 16 leads. I'm going to say an average price per job, or 16 conversions. So average price per job, I'm going to say $2,000, because that's a combination of the basement painting ceilings, which are a little bit lower, and the exterior painting, which are about $2,000 to $3,000 each, times 2,000 gives us $32,200 in revenue off of about $700 in ad spend. Even if, you know what, even if we wanted to say, for whatever reason, you have some issues in your quoting, and you can only convert 10%. Okay. 46 times 0.1, that's 4.6 jobs, times, even if you can only convert 10% of the leads, which is like 3 times less than average, that would still give you $9,200 in revenue off of about $700 in ad spend, which is about 13.1 times return on ad spend. So I think that's pretty darn good. I think there's 2 things I would probably suggest if you're going to run ads for your painting business, at least in this stage. The first one would be your creatives. You know, painting and any sort of contracting, really, it's pretty visual. Like, you have to show. You saw how our creatives, like, we showed the service, we showed what it looked like before and after, showed somebody painting and doing the job. Like, you know, people like to see that. It's something you kind of have to see. It's not like, I'll give you guys an example. I have a client who does like taxes. You know, that's not a very visual thing. So we had to strategize with that a little bit differently. Everything in the contracting space is pretty visual. So showing the thing is very important. Another one, it would be speed. So as soon as somebody fills out, I'm going to change my thing here. As soon as somebody fills out the form and becomes your lead, it is important to hit them up immediately, because warm leads are going to die pretty quickly. I'm going to show you guys how I actually set that up. I use this thing called Zapier. It is a little annoying to work. I don't want to say annoying to work with, but it's a little, like, it takes a minute to set up, I guess. But what I do is I set this up so every single time somebody fills out the form, immediately my client gets a text on their phone where they said, hey, you know, this is the lead, this is their name, phone number, address, and like a short description of what they want done. And you can customize all of that. So I would definitely recommend setting that up here. You can also send it to your email as well. This does cost like $20 a month, so it is a little annoying, but you know, it's well worth it because you're paying for that speed. So those are the results for running Facebook ads for a painting and renovation service. As you guys can see, they're very profitable. So it is a great way to bring in new leads, bring in new people, and make sure that you're bringing in quality people. Hope this helps you guys out. If you guys have any questions, you can always leave a comment below. Have a great and amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.